class we had discussion in the machine learnings. What was the definition, applications of machine learning, different learning problems, different applications, how to design a learning systems. One more thing I discussed, the issues, different challenges and issues in the machine learning. Okay, so today we will have the discussions over the various types of machine learning. Okay, so this machine learning types we can see here, there are here 4 machine learning broad categories. Okay, how many? Here 4. And what are those things you may see here? First one is the supervised machine learning, and the second one is the unsupervised machine learning, and third one you can see here the semi supervised learning, and fourth one is the reinforcement. Fourth one is the reinforcement learning. So there are 4 types of machine learning techniques. So you can see here. Next, you can see in the supervised machine learning, the problems that are covered in the supervised machine learnings, that may be type of regressions, okay, and classifications. And the regression is the continuous kind of things. Okay, some real value you can get if I am having y is equal to the simple examples I told, y is equal to mx plus c kind of thing. For every particular value of x you will get the y. Okay, and this will be nothing but it will be a real value. It means it may come in a decimal value also. So this is the regression problem. So for every value of x you will get the y. That's why it is a continuous. And if you will see here, if you linear equations you can see here, then you can plot one line. So this will be represented by y is equal to mx plus c. Depending upon the what is the value of m, what is the value of c. So that you can see here. Next, classification will be a type of where the classifications means you are suppose I am getting answer in yes or no kind of things. Okay, whether yes or no. So this is the category kind of things. I am telling the category. So will you pass in the examinations? Suppose I want to predict will today, yeah, tomorrow or day after tomorrow there will be rain or not. Okay, so for that what we can do, that some prediction system that can tell whether particular day the rain will happen or not. So what is that? He will tell yes or no. So this is a classification problem. Suppose you went for the some medical checkup, okay, for some disease in the hospitals. In the diagnostic system they have taken your samples, and they will check for that whether you are suffering from a particular disease or not. Suppose you went there, you are having the fever, and you went into the hospitals, and in the diagnostic system center, what he did, he undergo the Bidal test. He will check for whether you are from typhoid or not. So whether you will be suffering for that or not. So if it is positive, then it will say yes. If it is negative, it will say no. So what is this? This is a classification problem. One is the regression and this one is the classification problem. Here classification, it will tell whether yes or no. Or it may be some other kind of thing. You can present in the form of 0 or 1. Okay. So whether so that's why it is called a category kind of things. Okay, it is a category or is classifications. You may see one more thing, sentiment, spam, and predictions. In sentiment also you can predict for customers sentiment, and also predictions you can do whether particular email that is coming to your email system, it belongs to a spam or not, or legitimate or illegitimate emails that you are getting. Otherwise what will happen? Your email will be full of very garbage things. So that's why in the email systems in the background, these machine learning things are working, classification kind of thing. So next one is the unsupervised learning. In supervised, what is happening? We'll see in the in detail also what is meaning of supervised. As its name suggests, supervise. Whatever work you are doing doing in some supervision. Suppose class teacher is telling you with the examples, he is giving the example to you, and later on you are doing the sizes. Okay. Just okay. So this supervised learning concept clear? Hello? Please respond. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Supervised learning clear? Supervised learning means here we have the supervision. We are doing everything in the supervision, and in the example we will see we have the input and output, both the data we have. Okay, that will match, and this is uh, this is of two kinds, like regression and the classification. Examples I also told. Okay, let's move on to the unsupervised learning. So these are the core things that you have to understand. If somebody will ask, tell me the types of machine learning, then you have to tell these broad classifications. Okay, and all other techniques will come under these four categories. So next one is the unsupervised learning. In unsupervised, as its name suggests, unsupervised, where there is no supervision. Okay, you are learning by yourself. Okay, so here the clustering kind of things that comes in this category in our unsupervised learning. So this may be the example you can see here: product customer segmentations. Okay, or any other things it may be. Okay, I will show this with examples also. Clustering means grouping, you can say here, based on the similarity you are grouping something. Okay, nobody had told how to group you. So based on the features that you are observing over the data sets, entire data sets, you will look, then you will make the clusterings. Suppose if somebody enters into the class, and what he can do immediately, if he observes some, he has seen some mess up kind of things, what he can say, he can say based on the features he can classify or categorize your classes. Okay, he may say that all the first division persons you please sit one side, okay, in a one particular group, and second class students, like those who score the percentage in second. Okay, so they can be clustered, they can be grouped into separate group, and third divisions the separate group. So this type of clustering that can be done. immediately based on the features. Okay, so these are the things that can be done. Or immediately some persons entered into the class with he's seen and he's saying if girls and boys are there, they can say you girls you put you sit one side and boys you sit another side. So this kind of clustering that can be grouping based on the similarity. Okay, similarity, how you will find? There are different formula we have, because with the help of that the clustering is done, grouping is done. Okay, so this comes under the unsupervised learning. Here there is no supervision. Okay, next one is the semi supervised learning. So semi supervised learning is, it is a mix, or it you can the hybrid of these two things, supervised learning and unsupervised learning. So some part will be the supervised and some part will be the unsupervised. So classification, and generally we know with the combination of clustering and classification. So you can see here in the speech analysis this can be done. So how you can done speech analysis? In speech analysis means you are having the speeches of many people. So you have huge data sets you are having, and if you want to do the clustering it will be very difficult. And if you want to, if you take a small data sets and you make a classification, first you classify with some training data sets. Okay, in a for a small amount of data. After training, your learning methods are that mechanism. Later on what you can do, later on you can apply these classification techniques uh, to cluster the data sets, okay, for a large amount of data. So this kind of things can be done. Okay, suppose you have the documents, means many millions of documents are there. Okay, it is in a hard disk or some storage places are there, but what is the problem? How to classify or how to cluster, how to group them? It will be very difficult if you do manually. So for that what you can do, you can make some classification first based on some. After that, if when it is ready this classification, then you can go for the clustering those, okay, documents in a entire large amount of data for. Okay, so this is the semi supervised, means semi means half. Okay, so it is a combination of your supervised and unsupervised. Is this clear? Semi supervised. Hello.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next concept is the reinforcement learning. So reinforcement learning is a very important and very interesting. Okay, so that is being used in reinforcement learning, in which the classification and control kind of things is there. So it will be better to understand with the examples. So in reinforcement learning, you may have some classification and control mechanism will be there. So that robot, how learns a robot learns, okay, that kind of things you can make, you may consider here reinforcement. Reinforcements means the learning is done by hit and trial. Okay, so in that kind of things it can be done. And the Q learning is a very popular in reinforcement learning algorithm that is used, okay, here in the reinforcement. Okay, so reinforcement, I think you are clear. Suppose one robot is there and robot is learning to play something, but nobody is training. He is learning by its own from the environment, by his actions. Suppose you have the environment here, and here agent is there, learning agent is there. Okay, so he is learning, he is making some action, he is making some action, and based on the actions it's changing its state. Okay, and based on his actions the state is being changed. But one more things here, what is happening, the state is going from a state, suppose the in the initial the state was st, now the state is being changed st plus 1. Okay, Okay, so whenever he will make some actions, so he will get the rewards and punishments. If he is doing correctly or a very good job, he will get the rewards, otherwise he will get the punishments. So based on that, he will correct himself to learn properly and doing the work. So like this it is happening. Say for example, you are playing some game, in that you may be getting reward means you may be getting in the particular game, you may coins, you get na coins. Suppose some game you play, in that game what happens, you earn some coins, so that you can utilize. And if you are doing some wrong move, you may be getting the punishments. Okay, so that in that series you are going from stage 1 to stage 2. So this is, there are different examples, many examples exist in the machine learning, in the reinforcement machine learning. We'll see some other examples also, but this is a broad classification. What is the different types of machine learning that I told? This is the supervised, unsupervised, semi-supervised, and reinforcement learning. Okay, so in that there are different techniques, we'll see later. Okay, next let's understand the supervised learning in details. So in supervised learning, what is happening, you can see here, you have the x means it is your input. Okay, you have the output. In the previous I have told in the difference between the programs and the machine learning programs. What is the difference in that? Here you can see I am taking the input, and what is the output also I know. Okay, based on this input data and output data, I will use some learning algorithm and train it this one, and I will build a model. When my some model is now built, then this model will be used for some new data, new input data, then I will get the outputs. Okay, so what is happening? First I took the some input and corresponding output I also know. Based on this I have trained some algorithms, and algorithm after training I am getting the model. After trained model means this is called a supervised. So in that, what is happening, my model is now trained. When the model is now trained, you can use this model for a new input where there is. So based on this input now, because my model is now trained, it will tell the answers for y. Okay, so x and y I can get. X and y I can get what is the corresponding value. Suppose I am having one equation, so y is equal to x square. Okay, x square. Okay, so what is, if I put here in place of 1, then what you will get? Y is equal to 1. If you put here in place of x, so what you will get? You will get the in square you will get the 4. So what is the value of y? It is 4. So for each x you are getting y, because now my model is ready. So this is your model, y is equal to x square. So corresponding x you can get y. So after, so this model, this set of equations, how you will get? You will get this based on this. Okay, this value, this input and output data. Next one you can see here. To make you understand, here in supervised learning you may be having the label. Okay, here you will get the label or class. So you may see here what is happening. Suppose I am having this, what is that? This is a collection of different fruits and vegetables, everything is here. Now I want to do the classification task. My task is the classification, and classification is the supervised learning kind of thing. So I have one model. In that model, what I did, I have trained my model for classification of the collection of the fruits into different classes. Okay, see, the classification problem may be the binary classification or multi classification problems. Multi means
the labels may be many, like here you may be seeing there are different labels. This is my classification model, and you can see, you can name also. This is a fruit classification, fruit or vegetable classification model. First, what I did, I changed. For what I did, I trained my classifier for these particular collections. Okay, and I told, if you this type of items you get, you just you just classify in some particular name. If you are having a watermelon, so you, if you see this type of items, okay, based on these features I train my model, you tell that you classify immediately it is a watermelon. If you are getting this type of things, you say this is a orange, or it may be the lemon, whatever it is there. Okay, and you can see here different things. If banana is there, this type of items if you are getting, it will classify to for what purpose, it will tell it is a banana. So how it is happening? So same thing you also did, you have also learned when you were very small child, so you were not knowing anything this one. Okay, you were not knowing anything, but after some time what happened, your parents or your guardian or your friends, sisters, whoever you were in your, who were in your family, they told you this is a banana, or this is a, okay, this is what kind of fruit is there, they told you, then you recognize, oh, this is watermelon, this is orange, this is apple. Okay, so these things, so you may be now able to you may be able to know, recognize how it all happened. You have learned in the supervision of your guardians. Okay, but I may say, I can say that you may not be knowing for all kind of fruits this just now also. Just very few fruits you may be knowing, those who have, those fruits you have seen or you have read somewhere or you have eaten or somebody has told this particular, this is a blackberry, this is a, okay, a palm, this is a peach or coconut, strawberry, whatever you have seen. Okay, so it is, you are now trained to recognize that one. So same thing, the model can also be trained. Okay, that classification model can also be trained. Your computer system, whatever your machine program is there, you can write some program, you can train itself. If you put some image, okay, kind of things, so he will tell what is that particular fruit. So this type of learning can be made. Like you have learned, your computer can also learn. So based on that images, he will tell, okay, this belongs to which category. So what is this? Basically, these are the grapes, apples, okay, banana, okay. So papaya, oranges. So these are the different classes, classifications. The classification is done from the collection of these fruits. Okay, so this is an example of, this is a example of supervised learning, and in that we are learning here classification. Classification is making the categorization out of collections. Okay, so is it clear, the supervised machine learning? Hello, you please speak.
Yes.
Any confusion how it is happening, Dona? Because we have classes here, means categories we have. So just this example I am taking to make you understand. Otherwise, if I will take directly the example, complex example, you will not be able to understand. So you can take this for the supervised learning. Okay. Next, coming to the same, we will go for the in the supervised learning. So how it is identifying? If I take the watermelon, its color, you can see some greenish color is there. This type of strips are there. It's what is the shape? Okay, and so many things. These are the different features. Based on the feature you identify this is a watermelon or some other kind of things. Okay. So same thing, you can see a set of input feature. Input feature means its shape, size, its sweetness or whatever, its color.
what is its weight, okay, what is the pattern. So what is these things? These is the input features. These input value you will take now, then later on you can tell, okay, it belongs to what category of this belongs to which category. Okay, target feature means target feature is y. Okay, so y means what will be the output. Target feature means output. These are the input features. Based on the input feature, you will take the tell the target features. Okay, see here examples. You can see here I told its shape, size, okay, color, okay, its weight, its taste, different things. These are the input features. Then you will tell the target feature watermelon. Or see for example any other example you can. This is a grape. Its shape, okay, it's okay. It's what is the spherical size. So many features are there. You can say here what is the taste, different things. Then you will take if that particular things it is satisfied. Then you will tell it is a grape. Okay, so these are the, now here you can see a new example where only the values for the input features are given. So predict, you can see here predict the values for the target feature for new examples. You can see here classification here when y is discrete, okay, and regression y is continuous. I told already. So one example you can see here I have drawn one you can see here graph here. So in the x dimension you can see I have taken the income of a particular person and somebody is saving and that person saving how. So based on that I can tell it belongs to the low risk customer or high risk customer. Okay, because you are going to give some you are going to sell some product to him, you may be going to pass some loans, so you may ask whether he is a high risk customer or low risk customer, because based on that you will set the credit scoring. So what is the credit scoring? You can say because you want to do you want to issue some credit card him if his income is very good and his saving is also good, then you may ask him you can him to you can recommend from your bank to issue a credit card for that persons. Okay, if he is coming, you can see here marking here, if he is going these directions means income is beyond the above this, and you can see if we cut here theta 2 above this, saving is above this, then this reason means it will cut here na. So this, if his income and saving falls in this region, then he is a low risk customer. You can issue a credit card. So this is the credit scoring of low and risk. So simply what we did, categorization. We have categorized. If he falls in this area, then what is he? He is supposed to get the credit card. Otherwise, if it is here in this region, he may not get because he is a high risk. Next one is the regression problem. I already explained this with the examples, no issue. Color we may change here. Okay. So you can see here examples of a price of a car. 1 minute. Price of a car. So what is how some car is there, old car. I am talking about some old car and you want to sell or you want to purchase. Okay, you want to sell and somebody want to purchase. So how you will purchase? You will see the condition of the car and basically the mileage of the car. So for that what you can do, okay, the price of the car will, okay, if mileage, you can see here mileage increases, the price also increases. Okay, so mileage, suppose here mileage increases, the price is getting down. Okay, mileage here you can see here reducing and price is increasing. So based on that you can predict the y So this is a kind of predictions. So we can build a model y is equal to g, x and theta. X theta means two values you can put here, constant. Okay, so g is a model and theta is a parameter. So based on that, you can predict a price of a car based on its attributes x. Okay, so you have the mileage. Based on the mileage, you can predict the price of a car. Okay, so let's come on to the some features. Okay, so these features maybe this of the data or data you, so that data will come to these categories. Understand? So it may be the categorical. Okay, it may be the categorical kind of things. Categorical means like I told na, yes or no kind of thing. Yes or no. Okay, you may get yes and no. So categorical means A, B. This blood group also, this is also category. If you have been the blood test, you make you have undergone for the what is the type of blood group. So you may get A, B, or AB or O positive, whatever. So what is this? This is a category of the different kinds of blood. So that category you this is also a categorical data or observations. Next one is the ordinal. Okay, next data may be the ordinal. So you can see here, this is also categorical, but you may see some order. Ordinal means here you may be getting some orders. So here you may see small, okay, medium, then large, or large, medium, small, ascending or descending order. You may have here the orders. So that's why it is called the ordering. So this is one example. So you may also see the you may also see in the like you in classes also some score based on your marks. Okay, you are decided, you give some divisions, first, second, third. Okay, first, second and third division. So this is also a ordinal. It is also order. Height is small, medium, okay, short or small, same thing, large. So you can see here the integer valued the number of words in a text. Valued means integer value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of things. This is a integer value. So your observation or input data and output, that observation data is there, input data is there, they may fall into these categories. That's why we should know what data, it is ordinal or categorical. And next one is the real. So if I want to measure your height, or I want to measure the distance from your some particular place to source to destination, may get some distance, height, okay, length and width of your home. So what are these things? These are the real value. It will be in the decimals. So these are the different how you can measure the heights are different things. Okay, I hope now it is clear. Okay, if one questions I will ask. You went for some test in the diagnosis center, okay, for blood test for typhoid, and you will get whether you are suffering from typhoid or not, means in yes or no. So which category of this will belong? Categorical, ordinal, integer, or real value? Okay, please answer any person. Shall I name?
That is classification, sir. That is classification.
Okay, so which type of
Classification.
okay, classification, and which type of this feature in data will be there, or in this category? If you say categorical, ordinal, integer value, real value, out of these which it will belong? What is the meaning of categorical data? Categorical means, hello?
Yes,
What is the meaning of categorical? So it belongs to the
categorical means text.
categorical. Okay. Okay. Categorical. Okay. 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 If I say very fast, okay, very fast, okay, here fast and slow, then what it belongs to which type of?
Ordinal.
Very fast. Ordinal, because some order is there. Okay, very good. Okay. Integer 1, 2, 3. Okay. Real valued means anything that you measure in decimal.
Integer valued.
Okay, I hope supervised learning you are now clear. Let's go to the unsupervised learning. Understand the difference. You observe this diagram. What we have here? What is missing here? Wait, Prasanna. You tell me what is missing here. If I compare this diagram with the supervised learning diagram, you may see once again here. See here. You carefully see this diagram. Now I am switching to that unsupervised. So what is missing here?
Outputs.
Yeah, their output is not missing. Output means why section is here, na? It is missing. So in that supervised learning, you will have the input and you will corresponding output. So that was case of supervised. But what is happening here? In this case, you are not having any output, only input data is there. So here there will be no supervision. It is unsupervision. We don't know what the output, but based on the based on the observations. Based on the observations, you have to learn. You have to make some learning system, and this is the case of your clustering. So clustering will be done. So your system first, what it will do, it will go through the data, input data. It will go through the input data. Whatever input data is here, he will go through that. Whatever your input data is there, he will go through that one. And later on, what will happen? So based on the input data, he will see some similarity. Okay. So based on the similarity or dissimilarity, you will build one learning model, learning algorithms. You will train this model, and you will come up with some trained model. That model, and it will make clustering. It will make the clusters. It will group. It will group the data into the different clusters based on the similarity. So clustering is the process of grouping the data items. Okay, grouping the data items or data sets into groups based on the similarity. And you can say given input X. Okay, given a set of X clusters summarized, and it is very useful in document clustering, and in many applications the clustering is used. In unsupervised, same example I will tell. Same example, what is the difference? Any difference you are observing here? Hello?
Are you observing any difference with the supervised examples I have given of given the example with this fruits example? What any difference you see here? Okay, once again I will go back. See here, this is the example. Now you observe this example, and I am going to this that supervised that unsupervised examples. You see this diagram, okay, and now I am going to this particular example. So what is the difference? Teja P. Hello.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference here? What difference you are observing here?
They gave names, sir, corresponding fruit.
So in the previous example you have seen here, we have put labeled here. We have labeled, na? Each items was labeled. You can observe once again. See here, you are having some name, na? And because this is the categorization and this is the labeling was done. But here in this supervised, unsupervised learning, you may not be having any labeling, this kind of things. You have to see this one, okay, these collections, and you have to tell. You will not name anything, but based on the features, you will make the different groups. Means collection of orange or lemons, you will put one group. And all strawberries pick out, you will identify, you will put into a one group, okay. And similarly all other things, apple is there, you can identify from the apple where is the apple. All those apples you will put into the particular group. Nobody told you which one is the one and which one is the grape. Nobody will tell. Nobody will tell. Just you have to go based on the features. You have to make the grouping. Here there is no labeling. We don't know what is that, but these things are similar kind. That's why I kept in a group. Do you understand this one? This example. What is meaning of the clustering? So we'll make the cluster based on the similarity. So wherever these type of things you will see here, keep in a particular group. So this type of automatic learning you are going to do here. This is called the unsupervised learning. So this is one example. Same thing I told in the classification. Same example I have told. Labeling already was there. Now here there is no labeling. Okay. See also the classification and clustering. So this is the clustering. Here the classification was done for all particular kind of things you can see here, and here two clusters was formed here. See here, you can see here. To observe here the classification you see here, all hens in one group. And if I go for the clustering, so what they did, they have kept the bird in a all birds in a one group, animals in a second group. So this is the example of clustering. So classification and clustering we have described to you with this animated examples you may see. Okay, is this clear? Hello?
Sir.
Is this clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. If not understood, you may ask. If somebody will ask the questions, other will also be get benefited. We can get benefited. Next example is semi-supervised. So that is some part will be labeled. You can see here some part will be the labeled data and some other part will be the unlabeled data. That is this is kind of supervised and unsupervised kind of things will be there. So this is the labeled. You can see here labeling is done. and here I am having some unlabeled data. We don't know what is the label. So in that what will happen? So you can see here. So this is the semi-supervised. This is the collection is the semi-supervised. So some part will be the labeled and some other part will be the unlabeled. So this is the hybrid of this supervised and unsupervised. That's what we call the semi-supervised. And I have told the example that is speech recognitions. Okay. Speech analysis. Okay, face recognition. In these many applications, this is used. Next, coming to the reinforcement learning, I told in the beginning also, reinforcement where in the hit and trials the system learns itself. Okay, so what happens? Some environment is there. So what is this? This table tennis the robot is playing. This is your environment. Okay, and agent is here. So he is the agent. So what is happening? He is learning. Whenever ball is going his side, so he is identifying. He is hitting. Okay, so hit a ball to the opponent sides. In some attempts, he may not be hitting properly. He's having the sensors here. He may be seeing. Okay, observing. He's having the computer vision systems. He is observing, and after that observations, he is hitting his hand to push back the ball here. So he may have in the beginning when he starts turning, he may not properly, but later on he did some misses. He did some hits. So based on he will learn. When he missed, he will get the punishments. Okay, and whenever he will hit properly, he will get the rewards. So based on that, he will learn. So your agent in the environment will learn in the environment. What he will do? He will initially you will be in the state ST. Okay, later on when you perform some actions in environments, his ball came to his directions, he put. Then he will go to the state from state 1, and he will get the, if it was a positive, then he will get the rewards. Otherwise, if it was a negative, means it was a miss, then he will get the punishment. So same like this, the agent, the robot, or any other things, he will learn. Okay, so the reinforcement learning is the different applications are there in the real life. The self-learning cars, okay, robot learning, these are things comes under the reinforcement. And I told Q learning a very good learning algorithms. Q, okay, this one Q learning. So this is happening. Time will permit. So here you can see here example of reinforcement learning is the robot is playing the chess here against the some how the moves he is doing. So this is also one example of reinforcement learning, playing the chess based on the moves. He is identifying the opponent's positions of different these items, and after that he is selecting the moves. See how he is making the surprise to the opponent. So this is the learning kind of things you are doing. You can see the example of counter strike. In the counter strike, we are seeing the environment means where you are playing inside. Okay, and you may be the agent there in the reinforcement learning. Okay, so this is the example of your reinforcement learning. So we can summarize this what we have learned today. We have seen the various types of machine learning things. In various types of machine learning, supervised, next one is unsupervised, third one is the semi-supervised, and fourth one is the reinforcement learning. your supervised learning. Further, it is the problem may be consist of in the form of regression and categorical in clustering. In the unsupervised learning, we use the clustering kind of classification, and clustering is clubbed into the semi-supervised. In reinforcement learning, you can see control and classification is done here, and you may get this type of robot learning or car self driving car. These are the different things that we can have here.